See, in the previous lecture, we have started with the problems on three-noded triangular element, right? We have taken two problems. Okay, so let's take one more problem. Okay, so I will just brief you the problem. A triangular element, a triangular element, a triangular element has the nodal coordinates, has the nodal coordinates, has the nodal coordinates 10, 10, 10, 10, comma 40, 20, comma 30, 50 for nodes 1, 2, 3 respectively, for node 1, 2, 3 respectively. For the point P, for the point P, located inside the triangle, for the point P located inside a triangle, determine x and y coordinate, determine x and y coordinate if shape function n1, n1 and n2 are 0.15 and 0.25 and 0.25, right? Now just see this problem. All of you just see this problem. Okay, now tell me how to solve this problem. Tell me how we'll solve this problem. What they have given? They have given one triangular element, right? So let's start with the solution. Okay, let's consider this as a triangle, x and y coordinate system. Okay, I have this x and this as y coordinate, right? Now let's consider one triangle. Okay, let this be node 1, right? Let this be node 2. Let this be node 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, right? Now node 1 will have coordinate 10, 10. Node 2 will have 40, 20, and node 3 will have 30, 50. Okay, see, I'm just assigning the coordinate. I'm not interested in the exact diagram. Okay, what I want this to be node 1, node 2, and node 3, and I've assigned the coordinates for node 1, node 2, and 3. Okay, as mentioned in the problem, right? Now, what is asking for the point located inside a triangle? So I need to put one point P here. Okay, for the point located inside the triangle, determine x and y coordinate. Okay. So what is the value of x and y coordinate of point P in which I am interested, right? If shape function n1 and n2 are 0.15 and 0.25. Okay. So value of n1 is given 0.15. Okay, value of n2 is given 0.25. Is it okay? Have understood the problem? Okay, so we are interested to calculate the value of x and y coordinate of point P. Okay, now see, as they have mentioned the shape function n1. Okay, so see, all of you see here, you know how to calculate shape function n1. N1 is given by, to calculate shape function n1, right? I need to basically divide this entire triangle, okay, into 3 triangles, because when I will connect this point P to every node, okay, let's say I've connected to node 1, right? Now I have connected to node 2. Now I connected to node 3. Okay, so when I connect this point P to every node, so this entire triangle 1, 2, 3 is going to get split into 3 triangles, right? So the triangle which is in front of node 1, I will call this as triangle 1. Okay, the triangle which is in front of node 2, I will call it as triangle number 2, the triangle which is in front of node 3, I will call it as triangle number 3. Okay. Now I am interested to calculate shape function n1. Okay. So formula for shape function n1 is given by area of a triangle which is in front of node 1. Okay. So in front of node 1, the triangle is 1. Okay. So I need to calculate the area of triangle 1. So I'll write down area of which triangle? Triangle 1. Okay. And what are the coordinates of the node for triangle number 1? It is P23. So I'm going to write down like that. P23 upon area of triangle 1, 2, 3. Try to understand. Upon area of triangle 1, 2, 3. Right? Similarly, I need to calculate N2. Okay. So how will I calculate N2? N2 is what? Area of triangle 2. Okay. So I need to write down area of triangle. Okay. N2. I need to write down N2. Okay. So N2 is given by N2 is area of triangle 2. Okay. How will calculate area of triangle 2? Okay. It is area of P31. Area of P31 upon area of triangle 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is how we'll calculate N2, right? Similarly, we can calculate N3 as okay, area of triangle 3. And what is that 3? Triangle 3? It is P12, right? It's a P12. So it is P12 upon area of triangle 1, 2, 3. Okay, upon area of triangle 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yes or no? Is it okay? Now see, is it okay to each of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, N3, if you doesn't want to calculate by this formula, simply you can use this equation, that is N1 plus N2 plus N3, it is equal to 1, because addition of all shape function is equal to 1, right? So if you put the value of N1 as 0.15, if you put N2 as 0.25, okay, N3 we are supposed to calculate, so we can calculate the value of N3. Is it okay? Because addition of, if you add all this shape function, it will be equal to 1. Value of N1 is given, N2 is given. Okay, so we can get the value of N3. So tell me how much you are getting.
0.6.
It is 0.6. You will get that value as 0.6, right? Now come back to this formula. Just come back to this formula. I need N1. Okay, how will calculate N1 is equal to area of triangle P23. So I need to calculate the area of triangle P23. Okay, so before that, let's calculate this area of triangle 1, 2, 3. Okay, because all coordinates are known. Okay, so I will calculate area of triangle 1, 2, 3. I will calculate area of triangle 1, 2, 3. Okay, it is half into determinant. Okay, half into determinant of, okay, 1, 1, 1, right? 1, 1, 1. I need to write down. Then, okay, for node 1, you have coordinate x1, y1. For node 2, you have coordinate x2, y2. For node 3, you have coordinate x3, y3. See, area is given by half into mod of A. And what is mod of A? Okay, that matrix A. You need to take the mod of matrix A. Okay, and what is that matrix A? It is 1, 1, 1. Okay, then you have x and y coordinates of every node. Right? So let's do that. So half, okay, into 1, 1, 1. What is x1, y1? It's a 10, 10, right? It's a 10, 10 value. X2, y2, it's a 40, 20, right? And x3, y3, it's 30, 50, right? 30 and 50. Okay. Okay. Can you calculate this value in your calculator, all of you? Can you tell me this value in your calculator? How to do that? Let me know that value. In the last lecture only I told you, right? How to solve this in a calculator. Is it okay? So how we used to do that? Okay, we used to go to mode. We are setting this as a matrix mode, right? Then we are going to edit a matrix. That means we need to put that matrix. We need to enter that matrix. So this is 1, this is 10, this is 1. After that, this is 10, right? This is 10. 1, then 1 after that you have 10, right? Then you have 10, okay, then 1, then 40,
500.
right? Then 20, right? Then 1, then 30, and then you have 50, right? Then you have 50. See, 1, 10, 10, 1, 40, 20, and 1, 30, 50. Okay. So we have entered these values. Okay. Now we need to take shift, matrix. We need to go for mathematics. That is determinant of shift matrix, and I need to enter its name as matrix A. Okay. So how much we are getting? We are getting these are the
500.
1,000. Right, 500. So this total term, it is coming 1,000. Right, it's coming determinant, it is coming as 1,000, right? So that half into 1,000, see that this determinant it is coming as 1,000. So half into 1,000 we will get it as 5. Is it okay? Yes or no? Right? Is it okay to each of you?
Yes, sir.
Now let's see. This we have calculated area of triangle 1, 2, 3. Now calculate area of triangle P23. Calculated area of triangle P23. How will do that? Half, right, into 1, 1, 1, right, into 1, 1, 1. Then for P, okay, for P, what are the coordinates? X and Y. So we'll write down that X and Y. For node number 2, it is X2, Y2. For node number 3, it is X3, Y3. Is it okay? So is equal to half into determinant of 1, 1, 1. Say this is 1, 1, 1. Then X and Y coordinate we are supposed to calculate. X2, Y2, it's 40, 20. Right? X3, Y3, it's 30, 50. It's 30, 50. Is it okay? So now we need to do this calculation manually, right? So we'll calculate area of triangle P23 as, so this is half into, what is the determinant of this one? Can you tell me? How will you calculate determinant? This 1 into inside a bracket 40 into 50. What is that? 40 into 50. Should I write down that 40 into 50? See, I will write down.
2,000.
2000.
So, right. So, no, I will write down that line. So 40 into 50 this into this minus see 40 into 50 minus 30 into 20. 30 into 20. Right? So this is for this term. Then minus x minus x. Now this row, this column gets cancelled. Okay, what is remaining? 50 minus 20. Is it okay? Let me know. See, this into this 50 and this into this 20, right? So this is 50 minus 20, right? Then plus this y into, now this row, this column gets cancelled. 30 minus 40, right? 30 minus 40. Is it okay? Yes or no?
$2,000.
Now tell me this. 2000. This is 2000 minus
Yes,
600.
600.
So it comes as 1400.
Yes.
Right? 1400. Then minus, see, 50 minus 20 is
30x.
30. So this is minus 30x. Okay. And
Minus
30
10.
minus 40 is minus 10. So we need to write down as minus 10. Okay. So no. Is it okay? So I will write down this term. Can I write down this as a 700
700 minus 15x
minus 15x
minus 5y.
minus 5? Is it okay?
Okay.
Yes or no? Now you put this value. You put this value in equation number 1. Okay. You put this value in equation number 1. So see, what is the value of n1? I will write down. Putting in equation 1. Putting in equation number 1. Okay. What is the value of n1? It is given 0.15 is equal to, see, n1 is 0.15, it is given, is equal to area of triangle P23. What is the area of triangle P23? 700 minus 15x minus 5y, right? This is the area of triangle P23 upon area of triangle 123. What is the area of triangle 123? It's 500, right? Yes or no? Now do this. 0.
75.
How much? 0.15 into 500.
75.
Right, so this is 75 is equal to 700 minus 15x minus 5y. Okay. Now what I will do, I will bring this term on the left hand side. So this becomes plus. Okay. So this is 15x. This is 15x. Again, this term plus 5y. This term I will bring it on left hand side. This term I will bring it on left hand side. So both becomes plus. And 75 I will bring it on right hand side. So this becomes minus. 700 minus 75.
625.
Right? So let me call this as a sum equation. Let this be okay, let this be equation number 2. Let this be equation number 3. So we got one equation, right? We got one equation. Okay. So by using n1, we got one equation. Similar thing we need to do by using the value of n2, right? So let's do that. Okay, let's do that, right? So how will calculate n2? How you are going to calculate n2? It is area of triangle P31, right? Area of triangle P31. So we need to calculate that area. Area of triangle P31. How we calculate that area? It is half. Okay, half into what? Half into what? See, this is 1, 1, 1. Then, okay, which are the coordinates of point P? There are x and y. Coordinate of point 3, it is x3, y3. Coordinate of point 1, x1, y. Is it okay? So is equal to half, okay, 1, 1, 1, right? Half into 1, 1, 1. X and y. Okay, so they are x and y only. x3, y3, it is 30, 50. Right? 30, 50. x1, y1, it is 10, 10. It is 10, 10, right? Is it okay? Now we need to manually calculate it, right? So we'll write down area of triangle, okay? Area of triangle P31, area of triangle P31 is given by, okay, this is half, okay, this is half, okay, into this one I will write down as it is 1, and this is 1. So this row, this column gets cancelled. What is remaining? 30 into 10. Right?
Think so.
Right? I will write on that. 30 into 10 minus what? 10 into 50. Minus 10 into 50, right? Then minus x. See, minus x I have written. This row, this column gets cancelled. What is remaining? 10. Okay, minus 50, right? So I will write down that. Okay, 1 into 10. See, this is 1 into 10 minus 1 into 50. Minus 1 into 50. Right? Plus y, plus y you have, right? Plus y you have. What is next term remaining? Y. Then this row, this column gets cancelled. 10 minus 30. Yes or not? So 10 minus 30. Is it okay? Right? So just do that. Half into what we are getting here? This is 300 minus 500, right? So we'll get it as minus 200. Yes or not? Then 10 minus 50. 10 minus 50 is minus 50. Minus 40, and this is minus x. So this is plus
Plus 40x.
plus 40x, right? Then this is 10
Minus
minus 30
25.
minus 21, right? It's a minus 21. Minus 20. Is it okay? Is equal to. So now just take it, right? So what is half of minus 200? It's a minus 100, right? Then plus half of 40x, it's 20x. Okay. then minus half of 20y. It's 10y. Is it okay? So let's call this as some equation. Let's call this as equation number 4. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll put that equation 4 into this equation. Okay. Yes or no? We'll put that. Okay. So N2, what is the value of N2? It is given 0.25 is equal to area of triangle P31. This is area of triangle P31. It is minus 100 plus 20x minus 10y upon area of triangle 1, 2, 3. Upon area of triangle 1, 2, 3. What is the area of triangle 1, 2, 3? It's a 500, right? It's a 500. Okay. Now tell me how much you are getting.
125.
How much you are getting?
125.
0.25 into 500.
500.25. 125.
125, right? So I'll write down here 125 is equal to minus 100 plus 20x minus 10y, right? So we'll solve it, right? So 20x, right? Minus 10y. I will keep those on the right hand side only. 20x minus 10y. This term I'll bring it on right hand side. So this becomes plus. So is equal to 225. Is it okay? So let's call this as equation number 5. Let's call this as equation number 5, right? Now, can we solve equation number 3 and 5? Can you solve, all of you? This is, can you solve these two equations
Yes,
in
sir.
calculator? Right? So solve equation 3 and 5 in your calculator. Right? So solving equation 3 and 5. Okay, you can calculate the value of x and you can calculate the value of y, right? So let's do that. Okay, all of you know how to do that, right? See, initially your calci was in matrix mode, so make it maths mode, right? So just make that calci in a maths mode, right? Now you go to mode. Okay, we need to solve the equations with two unknowns, right? Solve system equations, two unknown. First value, it's 15. First value is 15, so put that value 15. Second value is 5. Okay, then 15, 5, then 625, then 20, then minus 10, then 225, right? So
X
now tell
equal
me,
to 29.5.
x you are getting as 29.5 and y you are getting as 36.5. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay to each of you? Okay. So this is how you have solved a problem, right? Initially, what they have given the coordinates of every node. They have given the shape function n1 and n2, and they're asking to calculate what is the x and y coordinate of point P. Okay. So we need to solve this problem, okay, manually. Okay. Only this area we are able to calculate by using calculator because all the coordinates are known. But for rest of the area, okay, we need to do the, okay, we need to solve it manually, okay, for getting the determinant of that particular matrix. Is it okay to each of you? Okay. So this is all about what? Shape function for 3-noded triangular element. Okay, so in the last lecture we have taken derivations and we have taken 3 problems based on this till this lecture, right? So now, okay, now what we'll do is we will now start with the shape functions, okay, with the shape functions for 4-noded rectangular element. Okay, so see here, shape functions for 4-noded rectangular element. Shape functions for 4-noded rectangular element in local coordinates. In local coordinate. Shape functions for three noded rectangular element in a local coordinate. See, we are focusing, okay, majorly on local and in the natural. Okay, so for rectangular element you have only in a local coordinate. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so consider this rectangle. All of you consider this rectangle. Yeah, let's consider this rectangle. Okay, this is basically a rectangle. We should have how many nodes? We should have 4 nodes. So let this be node 1. Okay, node 2, node 3, and node 4. Okay, consider this rectangle with 4 node 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so as this is a rectangle, obviously you'll have some size. Okay, or you should have some dimensions for this particular side. Okay, we will call this as L. We will call this dimension as L. Okay, and obviously it will have some height. Okay, we will call it as H. Is it okay? Yes or no? Is it okay or not? It is H. Right? You see, now what we need to do, see, we are basically dealing with a local coordinate, right? See, 4 noded. So these are the 4 nodes. It's a rectangle. It's a rectangle, right? Next thing, it should be in a local coordinate, right? So what is the meaning of local? You need to measure the location of every node with respect to the node which is lying on the same element. Right? That is the meaning of local. If you are measuring the location of any node with respect to the node which is lying on the same element, it is called as a local coordinate system, right? So for that, what we'll do, we will assume node 1 as a reference node. Okay, so what I will do, I will assign the node 1 as a reference node with coordinates at 0, 0. Now you tell me what is the location of node 2, or what is the coordinate of node 2. Okay, tell me. Tell me, what is the coordinate of node 2 with respect to node 1?
L comma
Right,
0.
it's L comma 0, right? L comma 0. Because when you move from node 1 to node 2, you're taking which distance? You're following distance L. You're moving only in horizontal direction. Okay, by length L. So it is L comma 0. Now tell me what is the location of node 3 with respect to node 1?
L
Every
comma
node
H.
I am measuring with respect to node 1. Tell me.
L comma H.
Right, it's L comma H. Because to reach at node 3, from node 1, you need to move L distance in X direction and H distance in Y direction, right? Similarly, you tell me what is the location of node 4 or coordinate of node 4.
4 comma H.
0
Right,
comma H.
it's a 0 comma H. It's a 0 comma.
0 comma H, sorry.
Because you are not moving in any X direction. Okay, with the same X direction as node 1, you are moving only in a vertical direction with the distance H. So it is 0 comma H. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now see how we used to start deriving the shape function. How we used to start deriving the shape function? Can anybody tell me how we used to start deriving the shape function? You think I will just share you how to derive the shape function. I will share you. Can you tell me?
Sir, approximate solution.
Right, exactly. We need to start with writing the approximate solution. Okay, we should write down the approximate solution. See here, I just posted. Okay, what is there in your notes here? When we have started with shape function for 1D element, what approximate solution we have written? C0 plus C1x. It's an approximate solution for linear element. Okay, C0 plus C1x. This is for line element. It's a 1D element. Okay, in the last lecture we have taken for triangular element. Okay, what shape function we have written? C0 plus C1x plus C2y. Okay, so this was the additional term. What was that additional term? C2y. Because for see, try to understand. Because for linear element you have only C0 plus C1x. Okay, see, this was the term only for linear element, line element. Okay, so in that term you have added C2y. So this becomes the approximate solution for triangular element, right? This becomes the approximate solution for triangular element, right? Now, what we are doing here is, okay, we are writing it for a rectangular element. Okay, so can you tell me what shape function I should write down? Okay, sorry, what approximate solution I should write down? What is that? See, C0 plus C1x plus C2y, is it okay? Plus C3xy, right? So this is an approximate solution. See, this is for a line. This is only for a line. This is for a triangle, and this becomes for a rectangle. Is it okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this be an approximate solution. I'm writing. Okay, let U is equal to C0 plus C1x plus C2y plus C3xy be an approximate solution. Now see, we have written one approximate solution. So obviously, okay, on this approximate solution, we need to impose certain boundary conditions. Then only we will be able to calculate the value of C0, C1, C2, and C3. Okay, so let's start. Okay, as like what we have done for triangular element. So at node 1, obviously, what is the value of displacement? It is U1, yes or no? At node 1, obviously displacement will be U1. What is the value of X at node 1? It's a 0. What is the value of Y at node 1? It is 0. Is it okay? So let's put that value. At node 1, displacement is U1. See, what is the displacement at node 1? U1. What is the displacement at node 2? U2. Displacement at node 3? U3. Displacement at node 4? U4. Right? So at node 1, U is equal to U1. Similarly, okay, I will put the rest of the value. X is 0. So this is C0 plus C1 into X is 0 plus C2 into Y is again 0 plus C3 into X is 0 and Y is 0, right? So if you put all those values, what value of C0 you will get it? You will get its value as U1. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's call me this as one more equation number 2, right? So we have calculated one constant, calculated constants we have calculated, right? Now go for node 2, right? So at node 2, okay, what is the displacement? U is equal to U2. What is the displacement value of X at node 2? It's L. What is the value of Y at node 2? It's a 0, right? So let's put these values here. So U value, what is the value of U? U is U2. So that I will put U is equal to U2. See, U is equal to U2. What is C0? C0 is equal to U1. That I will put U1 plus, what is the value of C1? We need to calculate. C1 into X. X is L. Okay, X is L. Plus C2 into C here. Plus C2 into Y. Y is 0. Plus C3 into X. X is L. Into Y. Y is 0. Yes or no? Is it okay? So what value of C1 you will get? U2 minus U1 by L. Yes or no? Let me know. Is it okay? Is it okay or not?
Okay, sir.
Right? So this is the value of the C1 we have got, right? We got C0, we got C1. Now we need to calculate C2, right? So as a practice, obviously I need to go for node 3. Okay, node 3. Okay, but see here what happens is if you directly go to node 3, okay, there will be two constant in a single equation. Okay, so what we'll do, we will go initially to node 4 and then we'll go to node 3. Try to understand. See, if you go to node 3, what will happen? U is equal to U3. You will get it like this. U is equal to U3. Okay, see, if you want, I will do it here. Not a problem. Okay. See, let me complete for node. Okay. Here only I will write it. Not a problem. Here only I will write it. Okay. See, I will go to node 3, right? I will go to node 3. I will write down here. Okay. So at node 3, what is the value of U? obviously u is equal to u3. Displacement at node 3 is equal to u3, right? What is the value of x? X at node 3, understand? What is the value of x at node 3? It's L, right? X is L. What is the value of y at
H.
node 3? It's H. Here, y is H, right? X is L, y is H. Okay, so let's put these values here in equation number 1. So u is equal to u3, u is equal to u3, C0. What is the value of C0? It's u1, C0 is u1, plus, see, C0 value, C0 I put it as u1, plus C1. What is the value of C1? Here you have, right? u2 minus u1, u2 minus u1 by L, u2 minus u1 by L. See, this is the value of C1, okay, into x, plus, what is that? C2y, right? Plus C2y and C3xy. Whether you know C2 or whether you know C3. Whether you know those values, C2 and C3.
No, sir.
No. Okay, so what will happen? We will going to get stuck here, right? So that's why what I'm asking, from node 1, node 2, you'll go to node 4 directly. Okay, so in that case, you can see here, x coordinate is 0. When x coordinate is 0, what happens? This C3 will be get eliminated. See, when x coordinate is 0, if x is 0, this C3 will be get eliminated. We will get the value of C2, right? And this value of C2 we will put here, so we will get C3. Is it okay? Yes or no? See here, all of you. So at node 4, what is the value of displacement you will get? U is equal to U4. Okay. At node 4, displacement is U4. What is X? Is 0. What is Y? Is H. See here, Y is H. So let's put this value. U is equal to U4. U is equal to U4 is equal to C0. C0 is U1 plus C1. What is C1? It is U2 minus U1 by L. This is C1 into X. C1 into X plus C2 into Y. Into what is Y? It's H. Here plus C2 into Y. Y is H. Right? Plus C3 into X. X is 0. And Y. Y is H. Right? But this term will get it as 0. Right? So from this, what value of C2 we will get? Can you tell me what is the value of C2 we will get? We need to basically solve it. Right?
U4 minus U1 divided by H.
Tell me, what value of C2 you will get?
U4 minus U1 divided by H.
See here, all of you. So here we need to do some, okay. Have you solved? Each of you have you solved this? C2. U4, see here, all of you. This U2 minus U1 by L, okay, into X. X is also 0, okay. So should what I will do here only I'll put, instead of doing one more step, here only I'll put. Right, so this is X is 0. So we'll get the value of C2 as U4 minus U1 by H. Is it okay? Is it okay? So let me call this as equation number 4. See here only I'll put. I will not write down one more step. C1 is U2 minus U1 by L. That is U2 minus U1 by L into X. Into X is 0. See, into X. So X is 0, right? Is it okay? So this is the value of C2 which I got. Okay, now I will go to node 3. So at node 3, displacement is U3, X is L, and Y is H. So I will put those values. So U is equal to U3, C0 is equal to U1, plus C1 is U2 minus U1 by L into X, plus C2, just a time before I have calculated that value. That is U4 minus U1 by H. That is
Sir, X की value L है ना?
Which? X की value. So what I will do, should I put it here only? I will put it here only. Not a problem. Otherwise, we have to put one more step. Not a problem. As like this, I will put value of X directly here only. Okay, so this is C1 into X plus C2 into Y, right? C2 into Y plus C3 into X into Y, L into X. Is it okay? Is it okay?
यस सर। और सर वो y
So
को भी
let's
h पुट कर दो ना,
which
y को सर।
here only na. I
यस
will
सर।
also okay, not a problem. Here only we will do. Right? Here only we will do. See, X is L, Y is H. Okay, plus C3 into L into H. So now tell me what value we will get.
C3
What value of C3 we will get? I am asking for C3 only.
U3 minus U2
U1
plus
minus
U1 minus
U2
U4.
plus U3 minus U4 upon L into H.
Okay, we will get its value as. Okay, we will get the value of C3 as. What we will get? U1 2 plus U3 minus U4, right? By L into H. Is it okay?
Yes sir.
U1 minus U2 minus U. See this, LL gets cancelled, HS gets cancelled, right? What is remaining? U1 minus U2 plus U3 minus U4 upon L. Is it okay? Right? So see, we got these values. We got these values of constants. Okay, what is the purpose to calculate these values? Because we want to put these values in equation number 1. Okay, so we'll write down. Putting C0, C1, C2, and C3 in 1. We need to put that into equation number 1, right? So U is given by displacement U is given by what is C0? It's a U1. See C0 it's U1 plus C1. What is C1? It is U2 minus U1 by X plus C2. What is C2? U4 minus U1 by H into Y, right? C2Y plus C3. What is C3? U1 minus U2 plus U3 minus U4 by LH into X into Y. Okay, into X into. Is it okay? Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Okay, so how will I arrange it in terms of coefficient of U1? What is the coefficient of U1 here? 1. Yes or no? What is the coefficient of U1 here? Tell me. So this is 1,
One.
na? 1. What is the coefficient of U1 here? U1, it's minus X by L. What is the coefficient of U1 here? Minus Y by H. Yes or no? And what is the coefficient of U1 here? XY by LH. Okay, into U. Is it okay? Next. Tell me, for U2, what you will get U2? What is the coefficient of U2 here? X by L. Yes or no? X by L. Right? X by L. This is the coefficient of U2, X by L. Okay, here, what is the coefficient of U2? Minus XY by LH. Minus XY by LH. Is it okay? So this is the coefficient of U2. Plus, now I need to write down the coefficient of U3. Here there is no U3, here there is no U3, here it is U3. That is XY by LH into U3. Right? XY by LH into U3. Right? Next, I need to write down for coefficient of U4. U4. Here it is Y by H. Y by H, right? Y by H. And here it is minus XY by LH. This is U4. Is it okay? Yes or no? So these equations and this equation, it is one and same. Just I rearrange in the form of coefficient of U1, U2, U3, and U4. Is it okay? Right? Is it okay to each of you? So we'll call this as N1 U1 plus N2 U2 plus n3 u3 plus n4 u4, right? Where what is the value of n1 you have? N1 is equal to 1 minus x by L minus y by h plus xy by LH. Okay. Similarly, what value of n2 you have? X by L minus xy by LH. What value of n3 you have? Xy by LH. And value, what value of n4 you have? It is y by h minus xy by LH, right? So all these, they are called as shape functions. What is n1, n2, n3, and n4? They are shape functions. Is it okay? Yes or no? Let me clear. Is it okay or not? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Right? So these are the what? Shape functions. Shape function for node 1, node 2, node 3, and node 4. Okay. For 4 noded rectangular element, right? Okay. So now let's take one problem based on this. Let's take one problem which is based on this. Right? So we'll do that. Okay. So see here. Okay. So let's see this problem. Let's see this problem. The problem is very simple. A typical 4 noded, a typical 4 noded rectangular element, 4 noded rectangular element is shown in figure, if nodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, if nodes 1, 2, and 3 and 4 are located at coordinate points 3, 3, 6, 3, 6, 5, 3, 5 respectively, and temperature distribution has been computed at each node as T1 is equal to 120 degrees Celsius, T2 is equal to 65 degrees Celsius, T3 is equal to 40 degrees Celsius, T4 is equal to 80 degrees Celsius. Compute temperature at x is equal to 4, y is equal to 4. What is the temperature at point 44? Okay, so that is what they're asking. And they have mentioned the diagram. This is the diagram which is given. See here, this is the diagram which is given. This is diagram which is given in the problem. They have given x and y coordinate of every node. Okay. Similarly, they have given the temperature at every node, and they're asking to calculate what is the temperature at point P, whose coordinates are 4, 4. Right. So this is the problem which is given. Right. See, all of you see here. Now, just a time before, we have seen the derivation for 4-noded rectangular element. Just see this derivation. Just now we have seen. Okay. But see, this derivation, it is in terms of local coordinate, where we have assumed node 1 as a reference with coordinate as 0, 0. And with respect to node 1, we are locating every node. Okay. With respect to node 1, we are locating every node. Right. Now, if you see this problem here, your node 1, it is not at 0, 0. Okay. Your node 1, it is not at 0, 0. That means, okay, this node 1, it is defined with respect to this coordinate. Try to understand. Okay, node 1, it is defined with respect to this coordinate. That means this problem, it is in a global coordinate. You can see this. Every node number 1, 2, 3, and 4, it is measured with respect to this x and y coordinate. That is in global coordinate, right? So here the step is, we need to convert that system of a global coordinate into local coordinate. We need to do that. Then only we will be able to apply the formulas, right? So how will do that? Can you tell how to do that? I will start. We need to convert. See, this is global. I need to convert this into local. See, let me write down this. Okay, this is node number 1. This is node number 2. This is node number 3. This is node number 4. Okay. Similarly, I have this point P. Now my question is, if I assume this as a 0, 0, what is the location of node 2? See, 3, 3 you are making to 0, 0. Then what is node 2?
3, 0.
Right. See, then from this also you need to subtract 3. From this also you need to subtract 3. Okay. See, because 3, 3 you are making as a 0. Okay. So see, 3, 3 you are making as a 0. From this 6 you subtract 3. So this becomes 3. And again from this 3 you subtract this 3. So this becomes 0. Okay. Similarly, we need to do it for node 3. Okay. So from this 6 you subtract this 3. So this becomes 3. And from this 5 you subtract this 3. So this becomes 2. Right. Next, come to node number 4. From this 3 you subtract this 3. So this becomes 0. And from this 5 you subtract this 3. So this becomes 2. Yes or no? Now we need to repeat same for point number P. Okay, so from this 4 you subtract 3. So this becomes 1. From this point 4 you subtract this 3. Right? So this becomes again. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now see, we know the coordinates of every node. Similarly, we should know what is L and what is H. Okay, so can you tell me what is this length and what is this length?
3.
What is L? It is 3, right? And what is H?
2.
Is H? What is this H?
2.
2. Yes or no? Here you are moving from 0 to 3, and here you are moving from 0 to 2 in y direction, right? So this is 2. Is it okay? Yes or no? Now, can you calculate this shape function n1? Just a time before we have written here. Can you do that calculation for n1? See, just a time before we have written here this value n1. How we used to write down n1? How to write down n1? It is 1 minus x by L minus y by h, right? Yes or no? See here, n1 1 minus, okay, we need to write down that value. N1 is given by 1 minus x by L minus y by h plus xy by LH plus xy by LH. Now see here, all of you. X, what is x and y? Okay, that is the location of point P. Okay, so see here, x is 1. Similarly, y is also 1. See here, this is x and this is y. So x is 1, also y is 1. Now can you tell me N1? What is the value of N1? Can you tell me? See here, what is x and y? What is x and y? It is the location of point P. Okay, that is 1, 1. That is the only thing which I put. Now tell me N1. Similarly, tell me N2. Similarly, tell me N3. And then N4. Tell me these values. N1. Do it.
1 by 3.
What is N1? 1 by 3. What is N2?
1 by 6.
N2 is 1 by 6. What is N3?
Sir, screen tap करो ना.
What is N3? Let me know what is the value of N3. X is 1, Y is 1. So it is 1 divided
1 by
by
6.
1 by 6. Okay, so this will come as 1 by 6. Then what is y by h minus xy by LH? Do that.
One by 3.
1 by
1 by 3.
what you getting? How much you are getting? N4, all of you.
1 by 3, sir. 1 by 3.
1 by 3. Now just add all this. 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3. Just do that. And just see how much you're getting. Is it coming 1? Addition of this all. Then only we claim that the shape functions are correct. Is it okay? Is it coming 1?
Yes, sir. 1 आ रहा है.
Right. That means we got the correct values of shape function. So what they're asking? They're asking to compute the temperature at this point. Okay, they're asking what is the temperature at point. Okay. So see, same like displacement. See here, all of you. We have written the equation for displacement. What is that? U is equal to N1 U1, N2 U2, N3 U3, N4 U4. So I will just replace T, U by T. Okay, so T is equal to N1 T1 plus N2 T2 plus N3 T3 plus N4 T4. Yes or no? They're asking temperature, that's why I'm writing this as a T. If they're asking displacement, I will replace U by T. If they're asking pressure, I will replace T by P. Right? So is equal to N1 is 1 by 3 into T1 it is given 120 plus N2 is 1 by 6 into T2 they were given as 65 plus N3 is 1 by 6 into T3 they were given as 40. Then 1 by 3, N4 is 1 by 3 into T4 they were given as 80. Okay. Now just see how much answer you're getting. Let me know what answer you're getting.
84.16.
84.16 degrees Celsius. Okay. So this is the temperature you will get it at point number P. Is it okay? This is what the temperature you will get it as point number P. Right? Is it okay to each of you?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay? Right?
Yes, sir.
So this is all about what? This is all about four noded rectangular element. This is basically a four noded rectangular element, right? So after this, we'll be taking with, or we'll be starting with four noded quadrilateral element. Okay, so we'll start shape function for four noded quadrilateral element. Shape function for four noded quadrilateral element. Right? So let's start. See, there is a difference between rectangular and quadrilateral, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to see the shape function for four noded quadrilateral element in a natural coordinate. In a natural coordinate only we see. Okay, in a natural coordinate, right? Okay, so let's see. All of you just see here. Okay. So see, if you see that four noded quadrilateral element in x and y coordinates, okay, if you want to see that four noded quadrilateral element in, let's say, x and y coordinate, it is going to appear somewhat like this, right? Let this be node 1, let this be node 2, let this be node 3, let this be node 4, right? So these are the four nodes with the coordinate as x1, y1, right? Then x2, y2, then x3, y3, okay, and x4, y4, right? So these are the coordinates of every node, okay? So this is all about, okay, in the Cartesian coordinate, okay? Basically, we need to convert that into a natural coordinate, okay? So as I told you, in natural coordinate, you need to replace x coordinate by zeta, and y coordinate by neta. Okay, you need to replace x by zeta and y by neta, right? And what is the limit for zeta and neta? Zeta and neta are ranging, okay, between -1 to +1. Try to understand. See, value of zeta, okay, I will write down the value of zeta and value of neta. It will be ranging between -1 to +1. Okay, so this is the limit for zeta and neta. Basically, we are interested to convert x into zeta and y into neta. Okay, so we need to convert this x into zeta. Similarly, we need to convert y into neta. Okay, and what is the limit for zeta and neta? It should be ranging between -1 to +1. Okay, now see x. Okay, now what I will do? Initially, I will go for zeta. Okay, I will go for zeta. Okay, see here. So see here, all of you. See here, I will plot one line. Where zeta is equal to -1. Okay, this is the line with zeta is equal to -1. Similarly, I will have one more line here with zeta is equal to +1. Is it okay or not? What I told you, you replace the value of x by zeta. Okay, so I will have one line which will pass through zeta is equal to -1. So obviously the equation of the line, see, x you need to replace by zeta. Okay, so when I replace x by zeta, I will get one line which is passing through zeta, -1. So what is the equation of that line? Zeta is equal to -1. Similarly, I will also get one line which is passing through, okay, zeta is equal to 1. Then what is the equation of that line? Zeta is equal to 1, right? Next thing what I will do, I will replace y by neta. Okay, y I need to replace by neta. So I will get one line which is going through neta is equal to -1. Okay, and then what is the equation of that particular line? Then equation of that particular line is equal to neta is equal to -1. Okay, equation of that line is neta is equal to -1. Similarly, I will get one more line, okay, where that line will go through neta is equal to 1. So what is the equation of that particular line? Neta is equal to 1. Is it okay? Is it okay? What is the limit for zeta? -1 to +1. What is the limit for neta? Okay, again -1 to +1, right? -1 to +1. Zeta it is between -1 to +1, and neta it is between again -1 to +1. Is it okay? Is it okay or not?
Yes,
Let me clear.
sir.
See, just replace x by zeta. X by zeta. So along x direction, what you will have? You have zeta. So what? How the zeta it is varying? It is between -1 to +1. Similarly, you replace y by neta. Okay. So in y direction, how you are varying? You are varying from neta is equal to -1 to neta is equal to 1. Right? So I will assign them coordinates. Okay. So let this be node 1. Let this be node 2. Let this be node 3. And let this be node 4. Okay. Node 1, node 2, node 3, and node 4. Now I need to assign the coordinate. What is the zeta here? What is the zeta? -1. See at this point, what is zeta? -1. What is neta? -1. Okay, so this is -1, -1. Okay, see here. Zeta is -1, neta is equal to -1. So coordinate is -1, -1. Now go to node number 2. Zeta, what is the value of zeta? 1. See, zeta is 1. What is the value of neta? It's a -1. So this is -1. Okay. Next, go to node 3. Go to node 3. Okay, for node 3, see, try to understand. For node 3, what is zeta? It's 1. What is neta? It's 1. So this is 1, 1, right? Now go to node 4. What is zeta? -1. Neta 1. -1, 1. Try to understand. Here, what is the coordinate of node 1? What is the coordinate of node 1? It is -1, -1. See, it is zeta is -1, neta is -1. What is the coordinate of node 2? Zeta is 1, neta is -1. Right? What is the coordinate of node 3? Zeta is 1, neta is 1. What is the coordinate of node 4? Zeta is -1, neta is 1. So that is what is written. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now see, I should write down the shape function. See, as there are 4 nodes, I will get 4 shape functions. Right? So I will start from first node, n1. Okay, so I will write down n1. n1 is given by shape function for node 1 is given by. See, try to understand. How will you calculate shape function n1? n1 is given by, can you tell me? Some constant. I will call this as a1. n1 is equal to some constant a1 into, try to understand. This is very important. n1 into equations of the lines which are not passing through node 1. Okay, what is supposed to write down? n1 into equations of the line, n1 is equal to a1 into equations of the lines which are not passing through node 1. Okay, so if you see, which are, can you tell me the lines which are not passing through node 1? Can you tell me?
Zeta equal to 1, meta equal to 1.
Right, zeta is equal to 1, neta is equal to 1. See, I will write down here. n1 is equal to a1 into equation of the line. See, through node 1, which lines are not going? 2, 3, and 3, 4. So equation of 2, 3, and equation of 3, 4. Is it okay? Yes or no? See this line. 2, 3, and 3, 4. They are not going through node 1. If you see this 1, 2, and 1, 4. See, 1, 2, it is going through node 1. 2, 3, it is not going. So that is written. 3, 4, that is again not going. That is written. What is about 4, 1? It is again going through node 1. So, is it okay with this one? See,
Yes, sir.
purpose is except node 1, all the nodes should be get covered through those lines. Except node 1, all those nodes should be covered by those lines. So if you see this 2, 3, line 2, 3, node number 2 and 3 are covered. If you see this line 3, 4, node number 3 and 4 are covered. So except node 1, node number 2, 3 and 4 are covered. Yes or no? See, node number 2 is covered, 3 is covered, 4 is covered. Is it okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
n1 is equal to a1. What is the equation of line 2, 3? is zeta is equal to 1. So can I write down 1 minus zeta? Is it okay? Zeta is equal to 1. That is 1 minus zeta is equal to 0. Zeta is equal to 1. That means 1 minus zeta is equal to 0. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
What is the equation of this line 3, 4? It is neta is equal to 1. That is 1 minus neta. Is it okay? But see, all of you, at node 1, as you know, shape function n1 is obviously equal to 1. So see, node 1, n1, it is defined only for node 1. N1, it is defined for node 1. So at node 1, obviously n1 is equal to 1. Right? What is the value of zeta? Zeta at node 1, it's minus 1. What is the value of neta at node 1? It is again minus 1, right? See, zeta is equal to minus 1, neta is equal to minus 1. That is the only thing which is reachable, right? So now go here, 1 is equal to a1, 1 minus minus plus zeta, then 1 minus minus plus zeta. Is it okay? So what you will get? A1 is equal to half. A1 is equal to half. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, see, let me put that value. See, I will put those value 1 plus 1, and here again it is 1 plus 1. Okay, so a1 you will get 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so let me write down one more step. Okay, see, this 1 is equal to a1, this 1 plus 1 is 2, this 1 plus 1 is 2 again, so you will get 4, 1 by 4, right? So we'll put that value, right? So n1 is equal to a1 is 1 by 4. See, n1 is equal to a1 is 1 by 4, 1 minus zeta and 1 minus neta. Yes or no? We need to put the value of a1, that is 1 by 4 we have put, into 1 minus zeta, 1 minus neta. Is it okay? Yes or no? See, I just put the value here only. Instead of writing one more step, I'm going to put it here. This is 1 plus 1 is 2, and 1 plus 1 is again 2. So this is 2 into 2 is 4. So it's 1 by 4. Right? Can you tell me for n2? Can you tell me for n2? N2 is equal to A2 into, and N2 is equal to A2 into equations of the lines which are not passing through node 2. Okay, so which are those lines which are not passing through node 2? Which are the lines which are not passing through node 2? They are 3, 4 and 4, 1, right? So it is equation of 3, 4 and
अपना रोल नंबर और क्लास डाल दो चैट बॉक्स में.
Okay, so see, so I will write down this as n2 is equal to a2, n2 is equal to a2 into what is the equation of line 3, 4? What is that line equation of the line 3, 4? It is neta is equal to 1, right? So that is 1 minus neta. And what is the equation of 4, 1? Equation of 4, 1. See, this is line 4, 1. What is the equation? Zeta is equal to what?
Minus 1.
Zeta is equal to minus 1. So what do you
1
do?
plus zeta.
Right, it's a 1 plus zeta. It's 1 plus zeta, right? So let's put the values now. So at node 2, what is the value of n2? Obviously, at node 2, n2 is 1. What is the value of zeta? Zeta is equal to 1. See here, zeta is equal to 1. What is the value of neta? Neta is equal to minus 1. Neta is equal to minus 1, right? Neta is equal to minus 1. So put those values. N2 is equal to 1 is equal to A2. 1. Okay. 1 minus of minus plus 1, right? Then 1 plus 1. And now I am putting directly here. Okay. So what I'll get? Okay. So I'll get it as A2. I will get it as again 1 by 4. Okay. So N2 is given by 1. A2 is 1 by 4. 1 by 4. I will write down initially this term. 1 plus zeta and 1 minus neta. Right? This is N2. Is it okay? See here. If you see the shape function N1, N1, zeta is minus, neta is minus. That's why you are getting this. Minus zeta, minus neta. If you see the second shape function, zeta is plus. So this is plus zeta. and eta is minus. That's why it is minus eta. Is it okay? Okay. Now can we do it for n3? N3 is equal to a3. N3 is equal to a3 into what? Into equations of the line which are not passing through node 3. So through node 3, which lines are not going? 4, 1 and 1, 2. It is the equation of 4, 1 and equation of 1, 2. Okay. So n3 is equal to a3.
सर उसको
Into what is-
इक्वेशन 1 4 बोल सकते हैं.
I'm not getting your question. See, for node 3, I'm writing, na? Node 3, I'm writing. So, which are the lines which are not passing through node 3? This is going, also this is going. What is remaining? 4, 1 and 1, 2. So, I don't get your question. Can you repeat? So, what is the equation of line 4, 1? What is the equation of line 4, 1? Is zeta is equal to -1, right? That is 1 plus zeta. That is 1 plus zeta is equal to 0, right? What is the equation of 1, 2? The equation of 1, 2, neta is equal to -1. That is 1 plus neta. Right? So at node 3, try to understand. At node 3, what is the value of n3? Obviously at node 3, n3 is equal to 1. What is the value of zeta at node 3? It's 1. What is the value of neta? It is again 1. Right? Neta is 1. Okay, so I'll put those values. 1 is equal to a3. Okay, 1 plus 1 and again 1 plus 1. Okay, so I will get the value of a3 as 1 by 4. I will get its value as 1 by 4, a3. I will resubstitute it in this equation. So n3 is equal to 1 by 4. Okay, 1 plus zeta and 1 plus neta, right? N3 is equal to 1 by 4. 1 plus zeta and 1 plus neta. So this is I'm getting as shape function, one more shape function, right? So see here,
Sir.
n3,
सर ये n3 का जो सेकंड स्टेप है ना वो समझाइए ना सर कैसा है इक्वेशन
this
4 to
one.
1. हाँ.
How it is equal to 1? So if you calculate shape function at any
No
point,
sir वो इक्वेशन 4 to 1 कैसा है 1 plus zeta second step.
equation 4 to 1. Okay, see,
Yes.
4 to 1. What is the equation of, see, what is the equation of this line 4 to 1? It is zeta is equal to -1, right? Is it okay? Zeta is
Yes,
equal to
sir.
-1. See, what is the meaning of zeta is equal to -1? Can you write down -1, and when you bring this zeta here, it is minus zeta, right? -1 minus zeta is equal to 0. Is it okay?
Yes sir.
-1 minus zeta is equal to 0. That means 1 plus zeta is equal to 0.
Yes sir. Yes समझा. और इक्वेशन 1 to 2.
1 to 2 देखो 1 to what is that equation 1 to 2 what is that equation neta is equal to -1, right? Neta is equal to -1. That means you bring this neta on this side, so it becomes minus. So -1 minus neta is equal to 0.
Yes sir. Okay.
-1 minus neta is equal to 0. That means 1 plus neta is equal to 0. That is what is the reason.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Now let's do for n4. So n4 is equal to a4 into equations of the line which are not passing through node 4. So through node 4, which equation lines are not going? See, this line is again going, this is going, which is remaining 1, 2 and 2, 3. Okay, so it is equation of 1, 2 and equation of 3. Equation of 1, 2 and equation of 3. So I'll write down n4 is equal to a4 into what is the equation of 1, 2? Equation of 1, 2, it is neta is equal to -1. Okay, that is -1 minus neta is equal to 0. That is 1 plus neta. See, what is -1 minus neta? It is 1 plus neta, right? It is 1 plus neta. And what is the equation of 2 to 3? It is zeta is equal to 1. That is 1 minus zeta, right? That is 1 minus zeta. Yes or no? Is it okay? So at node 4,
Yes, sir.
what is the value of n4? Obviously, N4 it is defined for node 4. So its value will be equal to 1 at node 4. Now what is the value of zeta? Zeta at node 4 minus 1. And what is the value of neta at node 4? It's 1. See, zeta is minus 1, neta is 1. So put that value. So N4 is equal to 1 is equal to A4. Okay. 1 plus 1 and 1 minus of minus 1, that is 1 plus 1, right? So you'll get it as A4 as 1 by 4. Yes or no? So now you put this value here, N4 is 1 by 4. I will rearrange like this: 1 minus zeta and 1 plus neta. Okay. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So see, if you clearly see here, for N1, both coordinate are minus. Both coordinate are minus. That's why both sign you are getting as a minus. If you go for N2, zeta is plus, neta is minus. So zeta is plus, neta is minus. If you go for node 3, both are plus. So you're getting both plus sign. If you go for node 4, zeta is minus, but neta is plus. So zeta is minus, neta is plus. Is it okay? This is how you're going to remember it, right? This is how you're going to remember it. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay to each of you? Right?
Yes, sir.
Right? So what will be? We'll take problems based on it, right? We're going to take the problems based on it, right? So let's start. Okay, let's start taking the problem based on this, right? So we'll start taking the problems on it. Okay, so let's see this problem. Let's see this problem. All of this. For the isoparametric, quadrilateral, quadrilateral element, shown in figure, determine Cartesian coordinate, determine the Cartesian coordinate, okay, of point P, which has local coordinates, zeta is equal to 0.9125 and neta is equal to 0.2106. Okay, also they have mentioned the diagram. Okay, so they have mentioned some diagram like this. This is node 1, this is node 2, this is 3, this is node 4, right? So 3, 1, okay, 6, 1, okay, 8, 6, and this is 2, 5, right? So this is the problem which is given, right? For the isoparametric quadrilateral elements, this is basically a quadrilateral element, okay? For which they have given the diagram in x and y coordinate, okay? But see, the problem of the quadrilateral element we are going to solve in a natural coordinate. In the natural coordinate, we will solve. Okay, so for the quadrilateral element shown in figure, determine the Cartesian coordinate of point P. Okay, let's see, the point P is somewhere lying here. Point P, which has the local coordinates, okay, 0.9125 and okay, see, this is point P whose zeta is this value, that is 0.9125, and neta is equal to 0.2106. I need to write down zeta is equal to 0.9125, okay, and neta is equal to 0.2106. Is it okay? Yes or no? This is the value which is given. Now let me know how to solve. See, for every node they have given the Cartesian coordinate, and for point number P they have given the natural coordinate, right? So for point number P they have given the natural coordinate, and they're asking what is the Cartesian coordinate of point P. They're asking what is the Cartesian coordinate of point P. Okay, so let me know how to solve it. I will solve it. See, just a time before, we have seen the shape function for quadrilateral element. Have you remember it? Have you remember those shape functions for quadrilateral element? Have you remember those or not? Let me know. Just a time before we have seen those. Can you remember it? What is the value of shape functions? See, it is directly n1, n2, n3, n4. Nah? So can we calculate shape functions from, because see, value of shape function will depends upon zeta and neta, and zeta and neta are given. Okay, so can we calculate shape function? So n1 is equal to 1 by 4, 1 minus zeta and 1 minus neta. This is how you get n1. What is n2? It is 1 by 4. Here, n2 is 1 by 4, 1 plus zeta, 1 minus neta, right? What is n3? I'm just copying those formulas. N3 is equal to 1 by 4, okay, 1 plus zeta and 1 plus neta. Right? What is n4? It is 1 by 4, 1 minus zeta and 1 plus neta. Yes or no? Just time before we have derived those. Have we derived it or not? Let me know whether we have derived it or not.
Yes, sir.
Right. So with this, can you tell me what is the value of n1? You just put this as zeta, this and this as neta, and tell me n1, n2, n3, and n4.
N1 0.017.
0. n1. 1 by 4, 1 minus zeta, 1 minus neta. Tell me the value of n1. Bit fast.
Point 017.
What is that?
0.0172.
0.017268.
1726.
What is n2?
Point 377.
Point
377.
all of you getting same answer?
Yes, sir.
Tell me n3.
0.578.
Point 578. Right? What is n4?
0.0264.
0.026. Now can you add all those? Just check it. Just take the addition of
Sir,
N1?
0.0.
0.026. Okay.
.9986 total.
N1 plus N2 plus N3 plus N4. How much you are getting?
0.9986.
Okay, when that is approximately equal to 1. Is it okay? Right? So addition of shape function is coming equal to 1. Okay. So whatever the values of displacement, shape functions that we got are correct. Right? So what you're asking, okay, what is the x coordinate of point P? Okay, so for x coordinate, can I write on the formula like this? N1 x1 plus N2 x2, okay, plus N3 x3, N4 x4, says or no? I need x coordinate. For that x coordinate, can I write on this formula? N1 x1, N2 x2, N3 x3, N4 x4, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You see, just a time before, we have written the formula for temperature. What is the value of temperature we have written? T is equal to N1 T1, N2 T2, N3 T3, N4 T4. So same like temperature, I am writing the formula for displacement. Sorry, x coordinate. That is N1 x1, N2 x2, N3 x3, N4 x4. Is it okay or not? Right? So tell me. So x that we need to calculate is equal to N1 is 0.0172 into x1. See here, x1 is 3 plus N2. Okay, N2 is 0.377 into x2. X2 is 6, right? X2 is 6 plus N3 is 0.578 into x3 is 8 plus N4 is 0.026, okay, into x4 is 2. So tell me the value of x you are getting, which getting. Now see here, you might have faced the, sir, why you are not converted this global coordinate into local coordinate? Because see, ultimately for this 4-noded quadrilateral element, we are solving this problem in a natural coordinate. So in a natural coordinate, there is no concept of global and local. Okay, global and local concept, it is applicable only in a Cartesian coordinate, right? So you see, that's why I'm not converting this problem into local coordinate, because this, see, with this global coordinate system, if I solve the problem, I will get the global location of x. If I solve this problem with local coordinate system, I will get the local position of x. Yes or no?
6.99.
How much?
6.99.
X is 6.99.
99.
Can you do same for y? Can I do it? Y is equal to N1 y1 plus N2 y2 plus N3 y3 plus N4 y4. Is it okay? So y is equal to, what is N1? It is 0.0172. Okay, so this is N1, 0.0172 into y1. Y1 is 1 plus N2. N2 is 0.377 into y2. Y2 is 1 again plus N3. N3 is 0.578. Okay, into y3. Y3 is 6 plus N4. N4 is
3.99.
0.026 into y4. It's 5. What value of y again? Ready?
3.99.
3.99. All of you check whether you're getting same answer for this one.
Yes, sir.
All of you just check it. Are you getting same answer? Right. So this is how we calculate x and y coordinate. This is how we'll calculate x and y coordinate if natural coordinates are given. So with those natural coordinate, I have calculated a shape function and I've written the formula for writing x coordinate as n1, x1, n2, x2, n3, x3, and for x4. Similarly, for y coordinate, I've written the formula. Okay, and accordingly, I've calculated. Is it okay? Is it okay to each of you?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm a bit confused about these local global coordinates and that new one zeta meta. Why we are using
No,
such
no, no, no. See, I'm telling you. See, if you talk about global coordinate system and local coordinate system, they are basically dealing in the Cartesian coordinate, right? Now, see, what is local? I will simply let you know what is local. Okay. See, if you try to measure the location of your nose, with respect to your eyes, it's a local coordinate system. Okay, because you are measuring the location of your nose with respect to the eyes which is lying on your body. Okay, but if you are locating your nose with respect to, let's say, your TV. Okay, let's say your TV. Okay, what is the location of your nose with respect to TV? It's a global coordinate system. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Then we should go to the Cartesian coordinate 0, 0. Why we changed it into zeta and meta -1 +1?
That is the question. See, this is about global and local, right? Global and local. It is in Cartesian coordinate, right? But see, there is one more coordinate system. It is called as a natural coordinate system. Okay, this natural coordinate system, it is basically which is ranging between -1 to +1. See, there are some parts or components whose dimensions may be much more higher. Okay, then it is difficult to deal such problems in a Cartesian coordinate with values of x and y. So what we are doing is we are converting such problems, or we are converting such irregular geometries, into natural coordinate. Okay, so what is the maximum limit you have? Maximum and minimum limit, it is -1 to +1. Whatever the problem it may be, it is going to get fit into the domain of -1 to +1.
Yes,
Okay?
understood.
And see, it will not be get converted directly. Okay, you need to have some conversion between x and zeta. Okay, so when we have taken one problem in one dimensional linear element, okay, there also we have used that formula to convert that x into zeta. Okay, let me show that. Okay, I'll show that. See, can you see this problem now? Okay, so in this problem, see here, we have converted x into zeta. How we have converted? We use that formula, b plus a by 2 plus b minus a by 2 zeta. Okay, with that formula, we have converted that local coordinate into natural coordinate, right? Can you see this one?
So this is global, I think.
Global. See, problem was in the global. We have converted into local, and after that, we have converted into natural. Try to understand.
Yes, sir.
This
Got it.
problem, if you can see, this is given in global. Okay, after that, we have converted this into local. Okay, and after that, that problem we have converted into natural. That means we have calculated the value of zeta. Is it okay? Right? So what we'll do?